All right, we've got the market data in through the end of January 2025, and it is exciting this month. Super fun to watch some of these trends. You know, if you're looking to buy or sell real estate or move to the Boise area at all, you want to watch this fast update. I'm going to tell you the top 3 things that are happening. We've got the lowest inventory in 10 months. Pendings are up 18% year over year, and our average price is back to 2022 levels because we went down a little bit, so now we're back. So if you want to know more about that, watch the rest of this video. All right, for you longtime viewers, we've got a new location. Super excited. I've got my shelves with some of my favorite whiskeys, and this, believe it or not, is actually a bottle of whiskey. You actually drink it right out of the pig's rear, little Whistle Pig 10. So anyways, that's a little bit of fun. In case you're wondering what's going on in the background, there you have it. I do love some good bourbon. Now on to the market data. So let's go ahead and take a peek at what's happening. I'm going to zoom in. Let's start with inventory. So first of all, you can see at the bottom here, actually, let's just start with this chart right here. The red indicates active listings. So this same time last year, we had 475 active listings. Now at the end of January, we have 588. So that's an increase of, roughly 15% or so in inventory. But it is the lowest level of inventory we've had since February of 2024. So it's essentially 11 months. I said 10, but I guess it's technically 11. So that's really, really, really interesting. Homes are actually starting to sell again. Look at these numbers. I mentioned pendings are up 18% year over year. Take a look. January of 2024, we had 380 homes go pending. January of 2025, we had 450 homes go pending. So that's 70 additional homes pending in the month, which was an increase of 18% year over year. Super, super cool to see. For those of us that are in the industry, we are active. I'm not sure exactly what changed. I mean, rates have came down a little bit. We've gotten a little bit of relief. But they're still 6, and 3/4 or so. We were up in the 7.5 range. But we're seeing activity. I mean, our team, City Trees Real Estate, I think we helped 37 families go under contract on their home in the month of January. That was a huge increase for us year over year. We had 24 the same time last year. So, we're seeing some movement. I just want to keep you apprised of what's going on there. Doesn't look like we're getting a ton of relief in inventory. So let's dive back into the data. We talked about pricing. This is actually a chart. It shows you basically since 2016 where pricing was at. And for those of you looking at this, man, would have been good to buy even more real estate back in 2016, 17, 18, 19 when rates were 3.5%. And pricing was $250,000 was our average price, almost a third of what it is today. This is why so many people love to own real estate. You end up seeing increases in value that you're not expecting. Everyone's got to live somewhere. There's so many tax benefits to owning real estate. You're paying, the mortgage off if you get a loan. And oftentimes you can see increases in value. So, those of you that bought 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, you guys have a lot of equity in your home. So take a look at this chart. You can kind of get an idea. This is Ada County, obviously, and this is resale. But you can kind of get an idea of what's happened in our market. You can pause this and just really study it. In 2022, we are at 609,000. That's this number up here, 609,000. We lost 3% in 2023. Rates went up, and there's a little bit of, I don't want to say panic in the market, but it definitely slowed down tremendously. 2024 and 2025, essentially it shows 2024 at 610,000. We ended the year at 610,000. And now we've ended the month of January at 610,124. So essentially we're back to where we were in 2022 levels. So what does that mean to you? Well, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and in the political world, there's things that will impact real estate in big ways. Couple things, like one is there's potential tariffs, and mainly in Canada and Mexico. Now those have been paused for about a month now, but those tariffs will affect building materials. And back in the original Trump administration, those tariffs actually took place, and building materials went up. The average price per home based on the tariffs on the first Trump administration was about $8,000 per home. That's how much it increased. But just so you know, forget about the tariffs altogether. There was a massive lumber shortage, and lumber went from something like 400 per board foot or whatever, however their metric is, to over 1,200 at like 3x. And it had nothing to do with tariffs at all. It was all about supply and demand, mainly from COVID. There was a whole bunch of issues. So what's going to happen this time with tariffs? No one really knows. But here's the flip side. One of the biggest mandates we've seen from the current administration is to limit bureaucracy, which is good luck to them. I really hope they can achieve it. But that actually could provide a ton of relief to home prices in the long term. So who knows what's actually going to happen? No one. We'll have to wait and see. Curious what your thoughts are. Feel free to put them in the comments or reply. But those are kind of the two yin and yang that I see happening in the current political environment. I don't see any relief locally or nationally for inventory. I just don't see it. We're not able to fill the need as fast as we want to, and Boise is still that way. I'll show you this chart one more time so you can see it. I'm going to zoom over to our market. I'll kind of zoom out and show you a little bit more, but essentially this side here shows months of inventory based on price. So this months of inventory, you can pause this and kind of read it. I know it might be small on your screen. If you want these sent to you, we can send them to you. The average months of supply in Ada County resale as a whole is 1.2 months supply. That means that if we don't have any new homes come on the market in the next 1.2 months, we will have 0 homes to sell. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're dealing with. We've been in this range before. We've been less than a month before. But this is the lowest I've seen it in quite a while. Now it is seasonal. January, we do see a very big dip in our numbers. But you go back to 2014, 15, we didn't have 450 homes on the market. We had, a few thousand homes on the market. So inventory is very, 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 very low at this point. We could use a lot of houses. I am going to show you new construction. So this is a new construction chart. And you can see there's 3.1 months of supply of new construction. In terms of pendings, there was more pendings than new construction in January. We were at 605 in 2024. We're at 731 in 2025. You can see the inventory levels. There's 817 active listings. Good time to have, if you're a builder, it's a good time to have a home on the market because there's not a lot to choose from. So I hope this helps you understand what's going on in the market. Talk to your favorite City of Trees real estate agent. They can help you with all of your needs, whether you're looking to buy or sell. They study these charts every single day. We are happy to get them in your hands so you can make an informed decision on your next real estate purchase. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next month.